Welcome to www.westsideautopros.com. Today's topic, how to know when it's time for new struts and shocks. It's important that you're able to tell whenever your shocks and your struts begin to look worn out. It's something that can be very dangerous if you don't pay attention and end up letting the shocks and struts go out on your car. This is why you should know when it's time so you don't put yourself or others in danger. Visual inspection. The best thing that you can do in terms of knowing when to replace your struts and shocks is to keep an eye on them. This is something that you can do whenever you're already changing something else out, like your spark plugs. Look to see if they're leaking or damaged in any way. Even something as simple as them looking worn out is something that you should keep an eye on. The hole does not have to be big for leaks to be easy to see. You will simply need to keep an eye out for any wetness or oil that's on the outside of your shocks or struts. Just touch along the sides of them to see if there's any moisture or slick spots. Checking for damage. In order to look out for damage, then you should keep an eye out for dents along the housing or any mounts that are broken. It is typical for the shocks that came along with your car to be in good enough shape, but may simply not be able to keep up with the demands of your car or truck. If this is the case, then it'll be time for you to not only replace but to upgrade the suspension system in your vehicle. You'll need to do this with some shocks or struts that are more heavy-duty than what you originally had. Performance considerations. If you do not see any actual damage on your struts or shocks, then there are other things that you can look out for to know when it's time for you to replace them. Make sure that you keep an eye out for these things, as it can be very gradual to the point where you don't even notice it. If the ride seems to be bumpier than it normally is, this can be a sign. The sound of the vehicle can be a dead giveaway. If there's a thumping or a rattling sound, then this is something that could mean that the cushion has begun to wear out and that it needs to be replaced. If you happen to be driving on terrain that is especially bumpy, then pay attention to how your vehicle handles it. If it's bouncing more than normal, then this could be a sign of wear and tear. If the front of your vehicle tends to dip whenever the brakes are hit, then this is also a hint. Also look for excessive swaying when taking a tight corner. To find out more information on topics like this, go to www.westsideautopros.com.